Self-publishing is just for people who couldn't make it the real way. Self-publishing is cheap, fast, and easy. Oh, really? Huh. Well, please tell me you don't believe those things. But there might be myths you do believe. So if you want to join me in taking a sledgehammer to the myths that are keeping great books from being published, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Julie the Book Broad, founder of Book Launchers and your host here at booklaunchers.tv. Book Launchers is your first choice for all things related to writing, publishing, and promoting nonfiction books. And boy, have we stepped up our already strong book marketing game in 2025. We have new software coming soon, or maybe out if you're watching this video in June or July, and a new community for authors solely focused on book marketing. Visit booklaunchers.com to learn all the new things. But for now, let's get to those myths. Myth number one, self-published books are low quality. The myth is, of course, self-published books are inferior or amateurish. The fact is quality is about the process, not the publisher. Yeah, some self-published books are rough, but to say self-published books are low quality as a generalization is wrong. My favorite thing to point out to people who believe self-publishing equals crap is to ask if they've seen David Goggins' books or to ask if they think a crappy book would be on the USA Today bestsellers list. Go Amani Roberts, yeah. Now, at Book Launchers, our books go through 3 editors: content editing, copy editing, and proofreading, and even a fact check for a lot of our authors. That is more than many traditional publishers provide. In fact, this is something many people don't realize, but many traditionally published authors have to pay for their own fact check and sometimes indexing if they want that for their book. It's not even something the publisher does. Quality is a choice. And self-publishing authors who take their books seriously like the business that it is, will be investing heavily in quality. You can choose to be great, or you can choose to join the other books that never sell or change a life. It's your choice. But either way, to say self-published books are not good is not true. Myth 2, you need an agent to succeed. Some people think you can't make it without an agent. The fact is, you can make it with a good book and a smart strategy. Thousands of authors grow massive fan bases, score speaking gigs, and sell tons of books, no agent required. Take Mark Dawson, self-published thriller author who's built a multi-million-dollar empire through email lists, Facebook ads, and great storytelling. Now, publishers come to him. Our author, Jonathan Stanley, had his pick of agents after his book went viral on TikTok, thanks to a single book signing at Barnes & Noble. Now, what he does next is completely up to him, but he didn't need an agent to make it. It took a viral video that happened after that book signing, and this is important. Being viral is not enough to make it or have big options. You also have to have a great book, well positioned, so when your moment in the spotlight comes, you're ready. He was ready when NBC and People magazine wanted to interview him, and his book was ready for the spotlight because he'd made sure it was top quality by hiring us. Myth 3, self-publishing is easier than traditional. Some people think self-publishing is the easy way. The fact is, it's the entrepreneurial way. When you self-publish, you're the CEO. You're creating intellectual property that you now own. Remember, a traditional publisher is paying you a small fee for each book sold, but they own your IP. And that's IP that you probably have spent years developing. When you self-publish, you're not taking the easy route. You're taking the route where you now have the control and the ownership of your work. If you like owning your success, self-publishing is your path. Make no mistake though, being an author is 100% work, whether you self-publish or go traditional, because marketing, that belongs to you. If you think it's easy, you're missing something. And if you're looking for easy, don't become an author. Myth 4, it's only for writers who couldn't get a book deal. Some people think self-publishing is the plan B, but the fact is, it's often plan A. It's by choice. Many authors choose self-publishing because traditional publishing does not support their goals. They want to be in charge and they want to own the speed, the process, and the final product. A doctor with a niche audience may want their book out in 6 months, not 2 or 3 years. Traditional publishing is slow. You get an agent, the agent shops your book, you finally, maybe, sign a deal. Now, you submit the book and the publisher gets to work. A year later, you're on pre-sale, and pre-sale will probably be 4 to 8 months. So over 2 to 3 years later, after you've started this process, your book is finally on sale. Your self-publishing friend, they were out over 2 years ago. Self-publishing, if you need to go fast, you can get a top quality book out in 6 to 9 months from idea to launch without skipping any important steps. Or maybe you want to control your story. If you have a personal story, you may not be able to decide what is said and not said in your book if you sell it to a traditional publisher. Or an author I spoke with is self-publishing because he's got it all tied together. He's got a TV show he's also producing, and he wants to own all the assets under one umbrella. So self-publishing is important to him. Myth 5. Traditional publishers won't touch self-published authors. If you think self-publishing ruins your chances at traditional publishing, you're misled. The fact is, publishers love proven sellers. Generally, I won't recommend you sign a traditional deal unless you're getting paid handsomely or there's a really good reason for you to pursue it. But if it's important to you, then know the only reason a publisher wouldn't touch you is because your book isn't selling, not because you've already published. They are in the business of selling books. If you can show traction, great reviews, solid sales, and a growing audience, they'll consider you. We've had plenty of great stories of this too. Becca Powers is one of our authors who set the goal with her first book of getting a publisher to take her next book. We helped her with that first book, and she successfully sold enough to get the attention of the publisher she wanted and her dream deal. And she's recently launched her second book with them. Yay, Becca. Your book can be your resume. Make it shine, and you will see your goals come to life. All right, self-publishing, it's not second best. It's strategic. It's for authors who want control, speed, ownership, and a direct connection with their readers. But like any business, success comes from doing it well and being strategic. That's why Book Launchers exists, to help you write, publish, and promote a #NoBoring book that will actually sell. And there's so much more to self-publishing than just slapping a cover on a good edit and putting it out there. And we'd love to support you to create a book that has impact and makes you an income. Reach out at booklaunchers.com/apply to chat with us. What self-publishing myth have you heard or actually believed up until now? Go ahead and let's chat about it in the comments below. And if you're ready to self-publish smart, subscribe and turn on those notifications so you catch our next video.